It seems these days every LEGO set is either the best of all time or one of the biggest abominations. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some of the most loved and hated LEGO sets from the past few years. This is a bit of a sequel to my video, the most loved and hated LEGO themes, but we're specifically looking at sets today that had terrible prices, some that were great value, some that had really bad figures, or ones that had amazing builds. So what's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and let's start with our first loved set on the list. This is the LEGO Star Wars Death Star, preferably the one from 2016, as it had slightly better minifigures than the original set. This set is essentially the pinnacle of all LEGO Star Wars collectors collections, and this is a set that I really wish to own one day. What you get is a great selection of the most iconic scenes from episodes 4 and 6, along with the set being a great display piece and a real eye-catcher among the rest of the LEGO Star Wars portfolio. The reason this set is so loved is just because of its iconicity, plus the fact that the new LEGO Star Wars Death Star, releasing later this year, seems to not look as good, as it's taking a completely different take on the set, also being $1,000, which I think is regardless an insane price for any LEGO set. Next, let's go to a set that people did not feel as fondly about, and this is quite a recent addition, this being the 2024 Shadow the Hedgehog bust, a $70 set with 720 pieces. This is another of the helmet collection that we've seen lots of sets from Star Wars and Marvel before, but the reason this set is so hated is just because of its overall look being a natural animal face rather than a helmet, which just makes it look kind of weird. The angles in the hair have been done pretty nicely, but the overall design with the head just kind of sitting on top of a plinth looks super weird to me, and the red print quality on that really large black reflective piece has left a lot of customers unhappy. Let's now look at a loved set, and this is the Goat Boat, and this is one that I think is actually very underrated, being taken from the LEGO Marvel theme, a theme that I know I and many others have been incredibly negative about over the past few years, but this set is almost perfect. But first, you may be noticing this amazing new desk, and this is where FlexiSpot, the sponsor of today's video, come in. I know that I spend a lot of time sitting down building, and that's why it's super important to have an ergonomic chair for good posture. I mean, take a look at my previous chair, which I've only had for about a year, and it's already started to wear and tear, whilst also not being great for my back. Compare this to FlexiSpot's C7 chair with adaptive lumbar support for your back and so many other features like adjustable armrests, seat position, headrest, and even an angled back for when you need a break from building. The C7 can have either a foam or mesh seating. I got mesh, which is incredibly sturdy but also really breathable, but perhaps my favorite feature is relaxation mode. This is where you can pull out the footrest for reading, handheld gaming, or just admiring your smaller LEGO sets and minifigures, and the assembly process for this was super simple. I put it together relatively quickly in the same day that I built this E7 Pro desk, which FlexiSpot also sent over. Now this has already been a game changer in the past few days that I've had it, and is going to help me make much better and higher quality videos going forward. You can check out the links in the description below, as there's a risk-free 30-day return policy with a 10-year warranty and direct replacement for damaged parts, and you can even use the promo code C730 to save $30 on the C7 chair, and there's even a 9th anniversary sale happening too with some significant discounts. So getting back to the set, it was released in 2022, and this $60 set had 564 pieces with 5 great minifigures, with all 4 heroes featuring an excellent level of detail and even some cloth capes and new molds for Jane's helmet hair combo. Let alone, when you take away all of these great figures, you're left with just an awesome Norse Viking ship, which minus the goats on the front, which you can easily take off, would fit perfectly with a Viking village, just like I've laid it out here. I just think that since this theme gets a lot of hate lately, this is such a great set. It's just a shame that it's from a pretty bad movie. Switching back over to another hated set, this is the LEGO Star Wars General Grievous's Combat Speeder from 2018. Now this set retailed for $30 despite including just 2 minifigures and 157 pieces. At the time of release, this was seen as one of the most overpriced LEGO sets of all time, whereas maybe in today's economy we wouldn't quite see see it being that bad. However, this set was also disliked just because of how oversized the speeder was compared to in the Clone Wars, meaning that realistically this is a $10 set just bloated up to fit that classic $30 price point, which today seems to be about $45. Next, let's look at another loved set from this year actually, and this is from LEGO Sonic once again, a theme that I've very rarely spoken about on the channel, but this is the Super Shadow vs Bio Lizard. This $40 set has a great build with play features where you can smash the speed sphere against the lizard and cause some damage, but most importantly are the two minifigures, which are excellent. Super Sonic isn't new, but it's a great figure, and Super Shadow is one of the best figures in a while. I love the cool yellow color and all the prints are just done perfectly. This just shows what the Sonic line is capable of when LEGO actually gives us new minifigures and a build that's from the Sonic universe, not just some random thing or reused figures. I think now we'll flip back over to LEGO Star Wars and another super recent set, one that has become very hated very quickly, and this is the Republic Juggernaut, or as we know it, the Clone Turbo Tank. This set has been downright hated on due to it having an insane price of $160 for just around 800 pieces and 5 minifigures. The clones look cool, despite missing some details. I think the Marines are some of the best LEGO Star Wars figures we've seen in a while, but the build is just not it. For that price point, the hype around this set has completely evaporated in just a few weeks. If you're going to pick up this set, don't get me wrong, I want to buy it too. I never have had a Clone Turbo Tank before and I'd love to add one to my collection, but I implore you to please wait for at least a 35 to 40% off sale because it's just not worth it. So going from a terribly overpriced set, let's now look at a set from a few years ago and that I think is one of the best priced modern sets. This is from the LEGO Ninjago movie, The Destiny's Bounty. Now this set is based on the movie, like I said, which I know turns quite a few people off. However, it was used throughout seasons 8 and 9 of the TV show, so it is essentially a show bounty, just minus the minifigs. Now my model is about 8 or so years old, so it's a little bit dusty and had a bit of wear and tear to it, but man, this is just the pinnacle of a Destiny's Bounty. While yes, the 2025 set is a close second, although I haven't actually built it yet, I think this set is just amazing, and at $150 with over 2,000 parts, it was a great deal, even including all the Ninja minifigs. And just like the team of Ninja, the MCU tried to introduce us to a new team of characters in the early 2020s, and that did not go so well, giving us the Eternals. So In Arishem's Shadow is up next on the hated side, and surprisingly, this is a really nice set. It has 4 greatly detailed minifigures and even a light brick in the chest. But this Celestial just did not sell well. If you were around at the time, just a few years ago, these sets got leaked almost a full year before the movie came out, and since the movie did not perform very well, these sets rotted on shelves for years to come. I personally bought this set at around 70% off, which is unheard of for licensed LEGO themes, and this set does have some stability issues, but overall I think it is severely overhated, as you can get this set at still under MSRP today. So I think if you're looking to pick up a little bit of an older set to add to your LEGO Marvel collection, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. With just 2 more sets left, next up I have a bit of a story about this loved set, and this is the LEGO Disney Up House. Now a family member knows that I love LEGO, so they wanted to buy me a LEGO set that I didn't have for my birthday, but I usually say to people, just tell me if they're gonna get me LEGO so that I don't accidentally buy it myself. However, they insisted to me that I would definitely not have this one, and I was thoroughly surprised when I received this awesome set. I'm by no means a Disney fan. I've seen a bunch of Pixar films, never more than once, only when I was a kid, except for Cars 2, which is undoubtedly the greatest movie of all time. Regardless though, this set is just really cool. You get 2 super cute minifigures and the dog, which is a great mold, and I love the pop of color that this set adds to my LEGO shelves, which are usually either white or gray from LEGO Star Wars, or tan, brown, dark red Ninjago temples. Overall, this is just a great surprise of a set, and it definitely has a special place in my heart. The last hated set on this list actually is kind of a 2-for-1, a bit of a thank you for making it to the end of the video, and this is both sets from the recent Minecraft movie, being the Ghast Balloon Attack and the Woodland Mansion Fighting Ring. Now, the minifigures in these sets are all amazing, yet really weird. The humans look really good to me, especially Jason Momoa, but the mobs are borderline creepy, with the villagers and zombie looking super odd. Worse though are the two builds, which the Ghast Balloon is good, but this is barely a village. And then we have the Woodland Mansion, which is such a misleading title. I mean, we've been wanting a Lego Minecraft Woodland Mansion for so many years, and this is about 1/10 of a wall, which is just not at all what we wanted. However, at least you are getting a chicken jockey. So with that being said, those are some of the most loved and most hated Lego sets of all time. So please let me know in the comments if there are any more loved or hated sets that you'd like me to take a look at, and don't forget to check out Flexi Spot in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.